Hello everybody, Student Computer Scientist here, and I created Wordle in JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. So honestly, my code isn't the best. I got a lot of critiques in my last video, and I haven't had a chance to put those into this program. I made it before I posted my last video, so a lot of the mistakes that I made there, you're probably going to see here, and I just haven't changed them yet. So yeah. Feel free to critique me again though, because I really need that to progress. It's a lot to. It's really good to know what you're doing wrong when you're doing things by yourself, because no one else in my circle is creating websites, so I don't really have anyone else to go to and be like, hey. I mean, I do, but it's virtual. But nevertheless, let's just look at the code. So here I have 5 rows. These are the rows, and then I have 5 columns inside of each row. These are the columns, and that is what makes the Wordle game, the base UI design. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it makes the board, I guess. And then here is just the user input and the button, so that you can have the words go into the matrix. It's a matrix. It's a 5x5 matrix. That's what it is. That's what I was thinking of it as. I'm not going to really go over the CSS, but my JavaScript is kind of weird, and I don't really remember how to explain exactly what the code's doing, because I remember while I was doing it, I was in it, but this was a couple of weeks ago, and I really don't remember a lot. But so basically, I'm going to explain the logic as how I wrote it on my iPad while I was, coding it, and try to remember how everything goes. So basically, I have a file of 5,000 words here, and I just kind of input all of those words. Well, yeah, I put that as a parameter here, so it's going to be a file, and it's just going to grab all the contents of the file and put it in an array called randword right there. Then word to guess just takes randword, or some random element of randword, and that's the word that you have to guess. Then if you hit enter, or if you hit, well, this is the enter button, and then if you hit, or if you click it with your mouse or your cursor, then you go into the game function. Now the game function is where it gets a little weird. So the very first thing it does is check to see if the rows are, if there's any more rows. If row is 4, then we're at the last one. If it's 5, then there's no row there. So we're just going to skip straight to the end, which is it's going to skip straight to the end and not do anything. Now, other than that, I have a nested for loop. Well, not a nested for loop, but I do have a nested for loop in here. But I just have for loops everywhere. So basically, the first go round, nothing is going to be green and nothing is going to be yellow, right? So everything is gray at first, but this happens so fast you don't see it. So it just sets everything to gray, but it just puts all of the words, actually no, it doesn't yet, right? So it makes them all, just gray. And then I have this here, which basically splits the user guess into another array in itself. So basically, if you type in some 5-letter word, candy, is that a 5-letter word? It'll just be C, comma A, comma N, comma D. You get it, right? So then, so that's what we're basically just making this equal, So then we go into this, and we're checking to see if the value from that first box is equal to word guess, the I. So if it's C equals, let's say I guessed D or something, then it's going to be wrong, and it will not equal green, white. So basically, it's just checking every single spot of the array, and of the word array, and if it doesn't equal, then it's going to be gray. If it does equal, it's going to be green. So that's what that does. And then after these two here, I go into this nested for loop, and this is where we start to make things yellow. The problem I was having with this was there would be a word like stand, right? And I would type in guess. And because S is in there at least once, like both of my S's would be yellow. And that's a problem because there's not two S's, there's just one S. So that could be really misleading. So that's what this does. It goes through and it checks to make sure that, if it's not green, if it's not green, then we're going into this. If it's green, we're just going to skip it because it's already there. So then after that, we go into this other if, which basically just checks to see if whatever letter we're on, and also, if it equals, the index, and also it doesn't equal green. I don't know. I didn't have to put that it doesn't equal green in here twice. I'm gonna keep it there because I feel like I might have it there just because I kind of hit that part again, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna keep it there, but yeah, and also if it doesn't equal green, then make it yellow and black. So that's how it equals yellow. And then after that, we go into this all these if statements. So yeah, if you win, you win. That's only if what you guessed equals the word. And if it doesn't equal the word, then you lose. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, and that's only like if you guess those. So if you're not even there yet, then it's just gonna keep going every time you hit enter. And once 5 is up there, then these come into play, whether you win or lose. We're setting row to 0, creating a new word to guess, and also we're changing your value back to null. There's a lot of talking there, but basically, this is what it's doing. You see how I have an S there, but I have 2 S's in it, and now it doesn't. It's like, oh no, this is wrong. What's going on, man? That was my problem. So it works sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't, and that's what sucks. But most of the times it works. So that's why I'm saying like 85% of the time I'm good. And yeah, and it tells me I win. I hit OK, resets the board. I get a new word. I can start guessing again. Wimp. Wow. So, oh, look, I have something in there. Let's do, I don't think that's a real word. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I isn't in it. I thought I was in it for some reason. Okay. And then, yeah. So as you can see, it's a working program. I put everything on GitHub. I know the code isn't like the best, but I tried, and trying is all I can do when trying to better my programming skills, So what's next? Creating some nice, functional, beautiful, responsive websites, and hopefully making money off of those and passing on my classes and graduating. So with that being said, thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate all of you that come and watch. I am kind of a bit under the weather, but other than that, I still got on here and I did a little bit of code review, basically. Like, I was kind of reviewing my own code. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My name on Instagram is jordanthecs.js. My name on Twitter is jordanthecs. And don't forget to join my Discord. My link is in the description. And I'm going to see all of you in my next video. Thank you for watching.
I'm insecure still, and she's starting to notice. She think my feelings are bogus, but really she is my bonus. I don't like how I wrote this because it's